welcome to the Dublin Actors Podcast, number 5.
This is numbers.
And you'll join me as I welcome more men into my room now, and we have Joe O'Neill with us this week.
Joe O'Neill, the fabulous Joe O'Eill is our guest for this
Fair
week.
play to him for coming.
Fair play to him.
Thanks very much for having me, lads.
No bother, sure.
And we're here to talk about acting,
All
different
manner of
stories, and all sorts of stuff, you know?
Well, anyway, so I might as well start it off, Joe, from your perspective. The question we start with all our guests: how did you get into acting?
Let me think. Well, I got into acting when I was growing up. I always wanted to be an actor. I think because I remember when I was in business class when I was 15 or 16. The business teacher, I don't know why she was asking this, but she was asking everyone what did they want to do.
Yeah.
And she said, and came to me, and I was like, I want to be an actor. She goes, oh, do you do any acting classes? I went, no. Are you part of any drama groups? I said, no. And then she kind of went, so how are you going to be an actor? And I was like, I don't know, just go be a movie star or something. I don't know. I just know I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Then I kind of realized that maybe I should start doing stuff. So first thing I did was,
What age is that now?
I think I was about 15 or 16.
Yeah.
That she said it to me. But then I always said that I was going to, because my school, CBS, always did a musical every year.
Yeah.
They stopped doing them now, unfortunately.
Oh.
So I said 1 year I'm going to do it, and I nearly did it when I was in second year, and that was South Pacific, and I didn't do it. And then a couple of years later, I was in fifth year, and I went to all the the pre-audition stuff, like learning songs and all like that.
Yeah.
But I was kind of like, well, on the day of the audition, I was walking uptown in Nice. It was a Friday, so everyone got off at 1:30.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to go hang with my friends and I want to, sing. And then one of the other guys who was doing the auditions with me was like, Joe, you're not coming up. I was like, no, I'm not sure. He goes, come on. And I went, fine, I'll go up. So I went up and did the audition, and I ended up getting one of the leads.
Oh, nice one.
I got Kinnicky in it. So after I did that, absolutely loved it. And then the same year I did Singing in the Rain in Newbridge Musical Society.
Oh, I'm jealous. Oh, jeez, I would have loved it on that man. Rallying, running around.
So I was cake wheeler number 2 in it, which of course is a pivotal role that everyone knows.
Very important part, ladies and gentlemen.
And I went from that to doing. I loved it. The next year I couldn't do any because I was in 6th year.
Obviously with the
which fucking broke my heart. So after that I ended up doing Nice Musical Society for the first time. I did Newbridge in the same year. I did that for a couple of years, and then I just knew that's what I wanted to do. So I auditioned for Ballally, and I got into Ballally, and that's obviously where my lads.
Yep.
But at the same time, I was still doing Nice and Newbridge Musical Society, or helping out as much as I could. And then I kind of realised after a while, especially after getting properly into Ballally, that it's time to get away from the amateur stuff. Like, I think the amateur stuff is the best thing in the world for people starting off, or even if you're might see yourself as a professional actor.
Yeah.
But if you're not the best singer, it's the best thing to do to even go in to train your ear a little bit by working, because a lot of people in amateur musical societies are absolutely wonderful singers.
Exactly, yeah.
And stuff like that, and they have day jobs as well, and you're like, how do you sound so good? So you're learning from people like that, different techniques of singing and stuff like that, and meeting new people in that way. So that was deadly, and that was really pivotal for me, probably getting the confidence to even start singing as well, because we did the musicals and stuff like that too, in the college. So stuff like that was amazing. And so I would say for anyone, well, for me, but for anyone who wants to do a musical, it's always really good to do it in the amateur musical society, and maybe not look down upon it.
As to start off in the
I would say ideally, if you're already a trained actor, don't go into amateur, because it's really easy to go into them and then feel yourself as being the big fish.
And get comfortable.
Yeah, and you're getting these amazing roles, and you're like, oh well, I suppose I could just do this and work on the side, and I'm still doing it. But it's not really. If that's what you only got into acting for, then be happy for it. But I don't think anyone should be getting into it just for that.
Exactly. But one thing I will counter that with is that it is a good way to keep the muscles strong.
Yes.
For example, because me and Hanley have been out of college now for nearly a year at this stage.
No, since May.
Was it since May? Oh well, anyway.
May.
Well, you know what I mean. But I haven't gone, and I've gone for a few auditions. I haven't really got in. I'm rehearsing as part of an amateur production now.
Yeah.
And it's because I found how rusty I was, but I'm starting to loosen up again. I'm starting to get back into it.
I buy a pipe and it doesn't fucking work.
Hanley and his props, ladies and gentlemen.
But as we said, we're trying to bring it in this week, but it seems to be failing. And since we have our guest, we thought we'd make the effort.
It's smoking away,
but you can't get a drag off. It's shite.
Stop doing the charity shops.
Boo!
Charity shops are.
Well, we've a limited budget for props and costumes.
Yeah, it's €60 for fucking smoking. So I'm not fucking paying that. Jesus Christ, and 2 as well. I want to get him with the bubble pipe as well, blow the bubbles,
Yeah.
But no, tell me, Joe, though, from an area like in primary school now, was there kind of any drama for yourself? Not much for me now, but it's just a question.
I remember I did the nativity play. And I played Joseph because I was the only one who could remember, the answer. And then I remember, it's have to come back to me now, when I was in like floor class or something like that, the principal in our primary school, his wife was, I think, really into drama or something like that, and we put on this big scale, like every class did a performance or something. Like I can remember a few bits of it. I remember my thing was, I think it was Cinderella, and I was one of the butlers. No, sorry, I was one of the people who gave the entrance. That's what I was like. Oh, here is Cinderella.
Oh,
introductions.
Yeah.
And I remember we had gone through rehearsals and all that sort of stuff. And I remember there was a cue I had, whoever it was, and I didn't get the cue, so I didn't say my line. And then and I was and then the person beside me was like, Joe, come on. Like we were doing 9 or 10 of them.
Yeah, pressure on the child.
And I was just like, no, as in she was 9 or 10 as well.
Yeah.
She's like, Joe, say the line. I was like, I didn't get the cue. I'm not saying the line. I'm like on stage we were saying this, and I was like, I'm not saying the line. And then eventually she said the line.
And then we cued ourselves.
She said the line, and then that cued for more stuff to happen. And she looked at me just like, and I was just like, I'm not even sorry.
Yeah, it's not professional. Like,
yeah.
Joe was actually known for doing that in Bull Alley as well, ladies and gentlemen.
That's not going to that.
I didn't hear my cue.
No, not going to happen.
But tell me now, we'll move on to Bull Alley now. How was your experience then when you got in? What did you think from the start to?
I just let me think. I don't know what it was like. The first one, I remember when I first came in, I just wanted to basically work harder than I ever wanted before in my life, because it was the first time where I knew this is where I was supposed to be.
Oh, you felt it was right.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
Right
I just every day I was working as hard as I possibly could to get as much as I could in place. I was actually, for the first 2 years, I got nicknamed the Plague. Because if anyone was sick or missed any sort of cue, I would get in there and get their part. Yeah. Which, in fairness, I love that because
that's always great.
Yeah, I was there all the time. I put 100% effort, and I tried to get as much out of it as I possibly could, and learn as much as I could.
Exactly. No, I don't think attendance is ever a problem with yourself.
No,
very, very good.
Yeah, so like I then through Bull Alley, that was great, and then I went to New York for a summer as well after the first year of Bull Alley.
Yeah.
I studied in the Lee Strasberg Film and Theatre Institute.
I'd say that was something else.
That was that was amazing. I saved up for a while to do that. Went for a summer. I probably didn't get as much out of it as I should have, because
you're probably on holiday at the same time.
Yeah. But you got to kind of choose your classes, what you want to do, and there's so many, and I picked like safe choices when really I should have done stuff that I wasn't as sure about. You know what I mean? And then I was that's one thing. If I hopefully at some point in my life I'll be able to do something like that again.
Yeah. And then took the initiative though. You went.
Yeah. Did that, and then I came back. Did second year, but I did third year, which was great. And like the thing you learn most from that place is that like you fucking get a thick skin.
Yeah, exactly. You
will get a very thick skin coming from there. You know.
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen.
You take criticism well.
Yeah, I would never get told anything in my outside life that I haven't already heard tenfold.
It won't hurt you.
Yeah, like because like you get disappointed, like you get heartbroken from not getting auditions and for certain things, especially for big stuff, and you get a bit down. But like in the same way, you gotta have that drive to get right back up again.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you also get knocked down, you get back up.
And you learn to do the best with what you get.
Yeah.
You know, the parts you get or whatever, or if you're moving something on stage, you obviously learn to do better. You find ways of improving through what you're given.
Yeah.
In Bull Alley. Yeah.
Yeah. You get kicked down, as I said, you get back up.
Exactly, and it's just about just keeping going and don't let it get to you, and just do the best with what you got, which is probably the best thing. One of the best things I got from Bull Alley is just no matter what happened to me, I kept going. Whatever part I got, I tried my best to make the most out of that.
Exactly.
I tried my best to steal other people's parts.
The plague returns, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the thing. We're just talking about Bull Alley now, man. This goes back to sponsorship.
Yes, that's very true. Yeah, but they're not going to.
I don't think you're going to get that.
Especially since we're cut.
We done the academy now after that now, and Joe was in the academy as well now, you know. And we did the Elephant Man, remember?
The Elephant Man, and then the
Elephant Man, Exchequer's Apprentice.
Exchequer's Apprentice, yeah.
That's the two I did with you.
Yeah.
Then he did Hatchet afterwards.
Yeah, we did Hatchet afterwards.
Which you were Hatchet.
I was, yes.
Hatchet, he was the lead lad.
He was. The fabled Hatchet, which I didn't realise was such a famous play. Yeah,
Was it a decent play?
Brendan Gleeson play. And it's a kind of really, really famous play throughout Dublin City Centre. Like
Neville was talking about getting the right rim we were doing it as well. What's the writer's name?
Oh, what's his name?
You know, we had a picture of him on the computer. Inspiration, you know, he used to look at it like, you know.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, but he was meant to get him in. We were meant to chat to him, but he couldn't, you know. But it was a good play, like, you know. But the Elephant Man we done as well, and we had a good few plays at the academy. But see, we talked about the academy before. But how did you find the academy job? You know, from start to when you left, like.
I've told people this, alright, that going being on the outside, like I did the Affinity Academy last January when we did, not January, just gone, the year before. With Executive Apprentice. I've worked in the real world now, unfortunately, for pretty much nearly a lot of time since I left there.
Yeah.
And picking up on that, anyone who was asking me, should I go there, I was like, you're going to hear a lot of bad stuff about it, but the point is, you're constantly doing things.
Exactly.
You're doing plays.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're totally right. Yeah.
For me, like, that is the main thing from the academy, is that you're doing stuff. Like, people get give out, but you pay for having to do it. But for me,
that's not that much.
Well, like, for me, it's still a case of you're doing stuff constantly, which I think is very important. Yeah, it is very important. You're working with people and you're being creative. Like, because I work at a job where I'm like not creative whatsoever. I work in Nace Hospital.
Yeah.
I'm a kitchen porter and I work in the ward sometimes as well.
Yeah, but you need to.
I know, and like it's paid for everything I've done. Like, but the people are great and all like that. But it's just you don't think, you know.
Exactly, you don't have to like.
And you can feel yourself. You can sometimes feel yourself losing a spark.
Exactly. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Stale as well. Yeah. You know.
So like, if you're getting that, like my thing is, I'm trying to be outwardly as productive as I possibly can from that to keep the spark going.
Keep positive.
Yeah. But if you're in a situation where you're just you want to be creative.
Exactly.
And you have time to do it, but then I would do the academy definitely.
Exactly.
Because you're continuous if you're doing plays like that, and you're putting yourself out there, and it's all about putting yourself out there.
Exactly.
Well, the format's changed since we've been there now. They're doing a night. What's it?
I think it's a part-time course.
Half 30 to 6. Sorry, Connor. I was talking to Connor Hanley and stuff about it. They have a good group in there and stuff like that.
Oh,
Monday to Wednesday, I think it is, and they're doing the Seagull.
Seagull.
Yeah, the Seagull by
Chekhov.
Yeah.
Fantastic!
That'd be really good. Yeah.
Anyway, they're not giving you money.
Oh, yeah. Sponsorship, lads. Yeah. But anyway, so we'll get a bit of sponsorship out of you, Joe. Joe, you've recently started a theatre company.
Yes. I had a theatre company because I was writing my play by Tamari. Like, I had a year where I was on the dole. Where I was the same way. It was like, for half that year, I was doing the academy until January. Then the rest of the time,
I was the same. Yeah,
Me and you were the same boat there.
Fucking doll bunnies.
Yeah.
That you posh bastard.
I was working on having you proletariat.
BTE, you know yourself.
Can't buy.
But at the same time, I was writing the play by Tamari over the course. It took me longer than it should have, only because I didn't have a set time where I had to have it finished.
Exactly.
You know? So I was just writing whenever I felt like it. So it probably took me about 6 to 8 weeks over the course of a year. To write it, and then once, so I did that the whole year. I was in the dole pretty much, and for a little bit beforehand as well. And then I got told in December, was it December or late November, early December, that I got a phone call off Nace Hospital saying the interview went for the year before. We wanted to give you the job.
Yeah.
And then straight away, I didn't want the job. I really,
you did.
But again, you need money. You need.
Yeah, I need money, and it came down to like that. Pretty much that afternoon after I got the job, I went out and got the theatre to put the play on it. Yeah.
Nice one.
The Loose End Theatre.
So you paid for all that yourself, did you?
Yeah, well, that's fair play. We're talking about getting funded at the moment. I know it's pay for it yourself, man. You're basically working to put on your art.
Yeah.
You know?
It cost me, with rehearsals and all that, I would say, because we've done a week in
Miss Village, ladies and gentlemen.
Twice! That's the second time.
The first time was your fault. Anyway, sorry, Joe, continue.
Sorry, Joe.
The first time you feel sorry for you, the second time it's your own fault.
No, it's not actually. Anyway, go on, Joe, what you were saying?
Because we did a week, so we rehearsed from March until it went on in June, first week of June, and then we had a month or a bit off, and then we rehearsed again to put it on for a night and a tie, Community Centre, and then a night in a week in Smock Alley, first week of September.
And this one me and
it
was a fantastic show.
But the space, you picked the perfect space.
Great space.
It was fantastic, you know.
And so all together, I would say the cost of everything was about $4,500.
Jeez, I would have said 2.5. Jeez, that's sort of together. Good props.
Because it's like
you should have had less pyrotechnics, man, and then Jack.
Well, it costs like a certain amount just to book the theaters, and then the rest is just little bits. You don't even feel it adding up, because I was taking note of everything. I just like, Jesus, how am I spending? Like,
basically being the fucking accountant.
I'm trying to look. Wrote and directed, was in it, and produced and paid for it.
Sure, it was your baby, pal.
Yeah. But the goal, like, I was like putting everything for that, because I realised that I don't really have time to audition for other people's stuff. Well, I could audition for it, and I'd probably go to a lot of rehearsals, but my biggest fear was
that's overload, though. Jesus.
You know, on the same way, like, I would get something, and then they would say, was it like, we need you here, and I was like, I have to work.
Exactly.
And then I'd be letting people down. So if I set it up myself and run rehearsals myself, and by the way, my cast could not have made it easier for me.
Yeah, but that's it. The cast,
it was a fantastic cast.
Yeah, very good.
Danny Byrne, Debbie Hart, Adam Tyrrell, Sean Shepherd, David O'Neill.
And
great bunch. Who else? No, because we seen the night Sean Shepherd was on.
Yeah, Joe Wright, and Kieran MacDonald as well. Who are huge, and then there's Paul Maday as well. He was helping with stage.
Oh, he was
light and sound guy in Smock.
Great lad.
John Dooley as well. Just a shout out there. And all that. Sorry, I'm doing this kind of like a shout.
No, go ahead. That's what we're here for. Plugs, sponsorship.
Yeah,
you're paying for it, Joe.
Yeah, show us something.
It's fucking beer.
But all those people I mentioned, and there's several as well. If it wasn't for them, the show would never have gone. Never happened. It would never have been the way it was, and the way it was received as well.
Exactly, it was a great show.
Yeah, and thanks for coming.
We did an awful thing though. We'll just tell a little story about me and Handy. We had a few beers before we went in.
Sure.
But you would go to the theatre. I think you should. Well, there's a couple of.
Here we go. Don't get on your philosophy of the theatre. Just let me tell the story. Let me tell the story.
Have a wine before you go there. Go on.
Anyway, so we went into Joe's plane. Of course, the way Smock Alley works, you know yourself, you have to walk around the balcony thing to get down to the seating area. Of course, me and Handy walk in. We're full of the joys of life and half caught. It's a lovely set. We sit down. No, it was you as well. Don't throw me under the bus. It was you as well.
A lover's quarrel here.
It happens all the time. The fans know.
As long as you don't rub me leg.
But anyway, so we walk in and we sit down. We're joking away. A few little boys of mine were joking with them, and we said, "Oh, look, Debbie's on stage." And Debbie's on stage, and Debbie was
don't
spoil it.
But she was on stage, and we kind of came in and
distracted.
She didn't break character though. Are you put it on again?
Well, see, the plan is because the play has been constantly in my mind for the past, I'd say 18 months. Through writing it and all that, because I had a cast nearly before it was finished. Before the play was finished, Adam wasn't originally that part. It was someone else who would have done it brilliantly, and if they're watching it, they know who they were. But they would have done it. They would have done it wonderfully. But the schedule conflict.
Schedule conflict. It's understandable.
And so I was like, once the play finished, and in Smock Alley, because I had nothing else lined up, I'm like, I just need a couple of weeks where I just don't have to think about it anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
And because there's constantly emailing. Agents, casting directors, all these people try to come see it, and producers try to come see it, see if they like it, put it on their place.
You throw out the invite.
Fair play to him, man.
To invite and to try to get us on in newspapers and in getting radio interviews, which we've done a few. So so I just needed a few weeks. And to be honest, the last few weeks have been awful. Because I realised I hate even though it was a little bit on my nerves just having to write the same email. And I'm too scared.
Save it to draft, man. Save it to your draft. Because
I don't want to copy and paste because I'm really afraid there might be something really, something
like a tiny little mistake.
No, perfectionist.
Not even a mistake, but something I could write to that one person, which mightn't work for the next person.
You don't only copy and paste. People talk,
So when that happened, I was over last week, I've been like, oh god, what? Because I do want to put it on again. There's a couple of places where we probably will put it on again, and we're going to apply for a few drama festivals.
Was it Kildare? You didn't Kildare, didn't
you? He just said that.
No, but there was more than a tie. There was a few places you put it on.
No. Just a tie for mine. We're going to try to put on in other places as well, and then because like the best part is now it's rehearsed. Like we'll have to do probably 3 or 4 rehearsals just to get whenever we plan to put.
Yeah, exactly.
But you bring back in the casting beforehand.
Cast,
because it's not a play anymore; it's a show.
Yeah.
So
like,
it's all together.
It's just about and the good thing is like I'll hopefully be able to give the actors money soon enough as well. They never push me.
Well, obviously after you pay for your sponsorship, you know. We're getting them, lads.
Yeah.
We'll have our smoking Jackson pipes in all time, man.
We need some sort of money to get the bid, you know. You know yourself. But there you are now. Fucking Joe's gonna be. He's gonna put that on again now, and that show will be come back again, you know. So go and see that.
Go buy tomorrow, lads. Go buy tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's a fantastic show.
Yeah. With Little Shadow Theatre.
Of course, the plug. Little Shadow Theatre Company. I said theatre, right? Yeah, it is. But you're also doing another thing with the company's now doing something else. If you'd like to plug it away here.
Absolutely.
Get it in there.
The reason I came all the way out the camera.
Hold on, not Capra, illustrious Capra.
Illustrious Capra.
With the new nightshade background. Hope you all appreciate it.
The sun was coming in there. So
that cost 14 grand.
It looks like a witch.
Jesus, fucking hell, it's quite dismal looking, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we are at midnight. So. Anyway, go on.
This is a late version.
Yeah, as I was saying.
Yeah. So I realised that once I was putting this on, it's very difficult to. It's very expensive and it's very difficult to put shows on, right?
Yeah.
And as well as that, like, I don't know as many people as I should out there. I know a few through this and that way. I know people, but I was like, I really want to open my horizons and meet as many new people as I possibly can.
Exactly.
You know, and then help make it as mutually beneficial as I possibly could. All right. So what I did was I'm setting up. There's no date yet for when this is actually going to happen, but it'll be somewhere around January, February.
Yeah, that's what you're aiming for. Like,
yeah.
But
see, I didn't even know because I don't know what the full scale is, whether it's going to be a night or a week or how it's going to go. But
you're hoping to get a week, I'm sure.
Hopefully, that's what I'm aiming for. Yeah, but I'm not going to push anything, you know.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is I sent out a thing, Crooked House, about a month ago, looking for writers and directors, but more writers, to send in short material from 2-minute pieces up to 1 act. And the plan was whatever amount we got in, I'd find the best and do a show where hopefully this would be 1 act, either the first or second half, and the other half would be shorter pieces, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. 5,
I see. So you'd have a full play for the first act, and the second act would all be
or it might end up being just all small pieces.
You have a general team and all that as well, and they all play together.
So then I sent out word for that. I had a wonderful response. And the thing was I don't care. I don't care if they're good pieces.
Yeah.
All I'm looking for is people to just put their self out there.
Never be afraid to do that.
And it is very it is absolutely terrifying to put up something.
Exactly.
Something you're right. In a way, I was kind of lucky I did so much in my play because I didn't have time to think about.
Exactly. You didn't have any of the self-esteem issues or the doubt. You just had to get it on.
That's the right mind frame, though. It is, though. Totally, John, man. That's the right way to be.
So many people that I know out there that are writing stuff, and I know they could do great stuff, but they're just kind of too afraid.
And it's almost like they've no platform. They've no platform to go to perform it or to put it on.
Because see, a lot of people have the talent, but they might not have the money.
Exactly.
And luckily, I have money, so I can put stuff on, and I can pay for people to come in. So
that's fair play, buddy. You put your finances aside for your next show.
That's what I mean. I don't mind because the reason I'm working at the job is so I can fund my acting life.
Yeah, exactly. And then obviously your food and. Exactly.
Alcohol.
That's it. Exactly. That's the right book of mind frame.
The closing date for the writers was the 20th. So 30th. Sorry.
And you were saying, remember, 200 pages or so.
Yeah. There was a total number of pages, double-sided. That was
400 pages.
The same money was printed off. I haven't got it fully printed off yet, but it's 200 pages throughout what everyone sent me. So that's it's around, I'd say, 15 different from 1 act to shorter plays for that. And it's about 15 different pieces that they send in to me. Trying to read through them all as quickly as possibly can.
Yeah, get your main play.
That's so many great things, and the great thing is there's so many people who are. Some of them are have a master's of writing from Trinity, and some people are writing stuff for the first time. And the great thing is there's so much creativity in there, and so much there's so much behind everything. Because when I realized when I'm looking at my play Goodbye to Mary, from being an actor, I realise that every single word a writer writes for myself is important. You know, you don't think of, like, sometimes you think, oh, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But actually, the writer does matter.
And that's why editing is such a bitch, because you to be really harsh on yourself.
Yeah.
That's it.
So that was
First draft's always going to get to you.
But see, with this now, we have everything that's been sent in to me. That we'll be soon looking for directors, so we'll be putting out a call for that as well. Same as first-time direction stuff like that. I already have a good number of people interested. So.
Of course, you have my number. You know.
No, hold on, if you need actors, we're gonna.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Don't be expecting.
We waived the sponsorship fee.
Yeah,
there'll be none of these.
You are getting paid anyway. But so we have a lot of directors. Hopefully, I'll be meeting them, and how it'll work is we're gonna do a workshop where we'll say we do it over the weekend. Where on a Saturday we'll find this place. We do a reading of all the plays that have been chosen over the course of the day, and the directors will write top 3 they would like to direct.
Oh, excellent! That's a nice way of doing it.
The next day we will do workshops with the directors.
I see.
Yeah, you want to get hands on.
Workshop the scripts
with actors, but the actors will probably just be like, I have a core group of actors now from doing Goodbye to Mary.
Okay.
So it just not necessarily mean those guys will get the parts, but just I know they're good enough that I can put them in there just to work off them, and then I can find out what they think of people they're working with. Exactly.
As well, you know? And it's not like you don't know any like actors around. So
I feel like you're hitting something.
Watch this space, ladies and gentlemen. Fingers and pies. Networking.
But come here, we have about 4 minutes. We'll talk about what's in Dublin this week briefly now, because this is at the end now. So,
Anyway, Joe, fucking fair play.
Yeah, fair play, man.
We're not ending yet now. We're going to talk about what's in Dublin.
I was going to say one last thing, lads, before we got sorry to interrupt.
Plug. He's paying for it, lads.
Same with this the writers thing I'm doing. As I said, I'll be looking for directors. I will be very soon after. I'll be looking for actors as well. So keep your eyes posted on Cooking House and everything.
Cooking House.
That would be looking for actors.
Southie place.
I want to thank the lads very much for having me on as well. Just before I finish, in case we're out of time, thank you very much.
No, absolute pleasure.
Pleasure, lads.
Like Joe, man, we could be here for hours, but obviously we only have half an hour.
But briefly, we'll talk about Dublin this week.
The Dublin this week, the weather has been fine.
Yeah, it's been very good.
Honestly, in regards to acting work, this is Panto season. Panto's starting to recruit the Talisman Theatre. We put something up on
Cooking House.
Looking for.
That's actually run out.
Yeah, no, it was on Wednesday.
Yeah, it was on Wednesday.
They never got back to me. Anyway.
Yeah, but there's a few things out in Dublin this week now, and we're not going to fucking talk about the Theatre Festival anymore.
No, Jesus Christ, we plugged down enough and they haven't given us any money.
But we basically wanted to say Pantos are popping up left, right and centre, you know, and there's a couple of ads popping up as well now, you know, Cadbury's and Electric Ireland.
I just said Cabra. What does Cabra want an ad for?
Cabra wouldn't have a clue. But yeah, there's a good few advertisements popping up now, and you know, that's what's coming up now. We haven't got much to talk about what's in Dublin this week, you know. But we basically just wanted to say it's Panto season, you know, and that's
Panto season. Stay on boards.ie, fish ponds. Well,
the usual shit, you know. Star now.
Star now. Those 3 lads, plenty.
You never make a star.
Don't be throwing people under the bus. I told you this. You're gonna get us boycotted.
But anyway. So that's what's in Dublin this week. So.
In regards to our own theatre company, you see a little shit. We'll get you back now.
Yes, rehearsals will be starting.
Rehearsals start next week. Next week
rehearsals will be starting.
We've got everything written up. We have a rehearsal space. Good old Hannah here took care of that.
Where's the rehearsal space? No. Some of the best things ever performed were started off in a pub. Usually the best plays start in a pub as well.
Yeah. How you doing, folks? We're back here now with another 3 or 4 minute video. You can see things are a lot cleaner now. We had a bit of dust in the camera, and basically we had a technical fault. It's something to do with the Xbox. We couldn't do our sign off, so we're here again, exploding, doing another video here just to sign off. And
exactly, sign off video.
We just wanted to say that it was an absolute fucking pleasure to have Joe in again. And shake hands.
Shake hands again. Come on, fuck. We lost last.
We'll say this. We're basically doing the sign off now, and we already chatted about what's in Dublin this week. And we chatted about a couple of things, you know. But basically, we just want to put this video up and just finish up, basically. You know?
Well, anyway, the main thing is we get our shout outs out. Anyway, you know me and Handy, head above water theatre company. Joe, if you'd like to do name your own theatre company.
Yes. Please look up Little Shout Out Theatre Company on Facebook, and keep an eye on Goodbye to Mary coming back, and also on the stuff I mentioned earlier on about the looking for directors and the actors and all that. We haven't got a title for that yet, but very, very soon we'll be looking for actors, so please keep an eye out for that.
Keep up to date.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be posting about it. So keep an eye out, all the actors out there.
Just want to keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
And also, as we did before, rest in peace to Brian Friel.
Again, we lost that.
Passed away today.
That was the last
Passed away today?
Passed away today.
Jesus.
So,
Philadelphia Here Come, Dancing with Lunacy, translations.
Ireland, like, today is lost one of the greatest writers we've ever had. And what this means to everyone who sees it, I don't know, but we just want from ourselves to just give a nice shout out to him anyway.
You're totally right there, yeah. So, or rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Or in peace.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so we'll do the sign off now because we go on any fucking longer.
Yeah.
Right. If you're not sitting beside a fireplace, you're a fucking peasant! R.I.P. Brian Friel.
And head
above Water Theatre Company!
Water Theatre Company.
Head above Water Theatre.
Little Shadow Theatre Company.
A little shout out.
Yeah, head above Water Theatre Company.
This is basically what we went to get in the last, 3 minutes?
3 minutes.
Yeah.
Fucking, it cut out the last 3 minutes for no reason. Anyway, go on.
Yeah,
And we cleaned the camera.
Yeah, and we cleaned the camera.
Anyway,
so,
Johnny, a Little Shadow Theatre Company. Thanks very much. See you next time.
Head above Water Theatre Company.
Little Shadow Theatre Company.
Head above Water Theatre Company.
Okay. Little Shadow Theatre Company.